And we're live again here on this last day for October. And yeah, it's me, Casper, aka Uselink here. Welcome back to the channel. And I want to do something that I haven't done before, and that is looking at monthly closes over on URA, gold, Bitcoin, oil, platinum, all that good stuff here. Looking at it only from a candlestick perspective, no trend lines, no nothing, just to see where are we in time, and maybe we'll add one or two trend lines. I cannot rule that out at the beginning of this video. As always, like, subscribe, comment, yeah, do your thing really. And again, nothing is financial advice. Let's get into business here. So we are looking at the monthly candlestick, and I found these. If you want to have anything else added in here, I will happily do it. For now, this is the first video that I have done, so keep that in mind, at least for this kind of setup. Silver. Um, this is I cannot draw because then excuse me, I'll do it like this. Okay. Monthly here, we have I don't know exactly what to call this candle. You had a big wick to the bottom, which is very nice. Again, in order to really start to gain momentum on the monthly basis, you want to take out this mega bearish red candle over here. So we want to get above, in this case, 24.4, 24.5 on a monthly closing basis for next month. Then we're in for some good times. Again, big wick here again. And if you look at the weekly and the daily here, you can see that the momentum for this month here for the past 2 weeks or so has actually been very great. Also, you have a trend line coming up here, all the way up here, connecting the lows more or less there. So we're getting a bounce. That's beautiful. What is even more beautiful and even more bullish is the monthly gold candlestick. You can see it here again, engulfing more or less. What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, roughly 10, more or less, give or take, 10 previously monthly candles. Yes, we're a bit up above here compared to these three, but anyways, the size of this candle into the $2,000 level is just a mega bullish candle. And yeah, as you can see here, they did manage to stay above 2K. Surprise, surprise, on a monthly close. But again, we've very, very close to having the highest monthly close ever. I think the previous one is here at roughly 1990, and we closed at 1986, so $4 difference. Anyways, in my view, this is the first, second, third, and we will have a fourth touch here within a few months' time. Mega bullish candle for gold. You have a neckline, you have inverted head and shoulders, you have all sorts of good stuff here pointing to that we could here in Q4, maybe into Q1 next year, see that all-time high breakout for gold in US dollars. You have seen all-time highs in gold against euro, yen, the British pound, all that good stuff. And usually, or often, gold is the last one to break out. And we are definitely, this monthly candle is nothing but a beauty. Yeah, you cannot take that away from that one. URA, we have, I want to zoom in here quite a bit, like this. Again, a major surge here to the upside after we broke that triangle. You know that one if you've been following my work. Again, you can see here intra-month we have had, we opened here, went all the way down to the low of this previous candle, and then all the way back up again here again. So kind of a big, flush down and then closing at the highs again. This could be interpreted as bullish or bearish, again, depending on what the next candle will do. But I will give it a high percentage chance that we are going to close above the body of the green next month. Yeah, that is my take. Again, let's see what happens. I know on URA, if you go to the one-day chart, you have a bear flag. So let's see what happens. But still, mega tail here, and you can call it a hammer pattern, I guess, a hammer candle with a very tiny body. So indecision here for sure on the monthly candle. So next month will be very exciting to see if we can push that up and get above the hammer and the previous mega green candle. And then we should be off to the races here. As you can see here, we have closed above all major highs back from 2021. So exciting month to come here again, and actually a somewhat bullish, I would say more bullish than bearish monthly candle for URA, especially given today where we had 4% on the URA, which is always helpful. Same thing again for the URNM. Obviously, same thing, same triangle broken to the upside, and we have that hammer at the top here again. So as Andy from Finding Finance often says, this could be a bloody nose, and then we go higher. Again, this is definitely more bullish than bearish. Again, having this make a flush intra-month and then come pushing right back up with a huge wick here to the downside. I found that very attractive here again. Let's see next month how we do. The dollar here again, I will say still the previous 2 months here has been mega green, and we have a somewhat green month here as well, not as big. We have had some trend lines getting broken here again. So on a monthly basis, gold is still in bullish territory. Let's see how high we goes up here. I do think that this is the first leg down, and then we're having the wave 2 here, and then we're going to wave 3. But we can go a lot higher before we have that rollover. But still, nice green candle for the dollar here again. Even though the dollar has performed very well for the past 3 months, look at gold and what it has done here, very close to all-time highs. That speaks a lot of strength for gold. But we're talking dollar now again. We have a somewhat of a biggish, not even biggish. We have wicks on both ends, and we have a body in the middle. So a tiny bit indecision here for the dollar. Let's see where we end up. Again, big day tomorrow. We have, I think, FOMC rates decision tomorrow. That could be a day worth noting. Bitcoin, massive green candle here, actually getting above the 28, excuse me, the 31.5K level, and actually looks very bullish now. I do think, not because that I hate on Bitcoin, because I made my best trade in Bitcoin from 2020 to 2021. So I don't hate on Bitcoin, but I do think that this green candle here is mostly given the hype from the ETF, the what's called the BlackRock ETF. But may I remind you that the futures ETF had a lot of hype here as well. And then 2 or 3 days later, or maybe like a week later, we start to roll over. So this could be a sell the news event for Bitcoin. And I think that is what we're seeing here. A lot of hype. And yeah, but anyways, for now, this mega green candle here is bullish all over. Volume could be better. You can see here it's actually below the 20 the 20 monthly average here. So, but still, mega green candle. I think it's the best performer this month anyway. Bitcoin, that is. Look, that's an ugly one here for the USD. I mean the oil. Excuse me, USD WTI. Mega engulfing monthly candle. I cannot do that. Excuse me. Mega engulfing monthly candle here, taking out the previous high, or the previous green candle for oil, and now we're rolling over again. This has a lot more downside to come. I think we will go down, as mentioned previously, when we start to peak out when we have this first pullback. I think we will go down to roughly 75, give or take. There are some huge breakout trend lines at that point in time, and this monthly red candle definitely support that case in my view. But then again, I think that will be the bottom here at roughly somewhere around here, 75, give or take. So mega bearish candle here for oil, and that should spill into next month's, in my view. Yeah, it is what it is. Here we have the SP 500 futures. Again, we have 3 big red candles here for the SP 500. It doesn't happen often that we have 4 months in a row with red candles. So let's see. But still, we're coming down to some mega support right here, and we have a tiny wick at the bottom here. So mega support at around this $4,200 level, which I know many people are talking about. So that is a big one to hold. If we cannot hold, we will have a a fourth red candle for the SP 500 if you start to trade below there. So yeah, still the momentum long term here is to the downside until proven otherwise. Yeah, it is what it is. Same thing for the Nasdaq. You know, they are very much correlated to each other. So we have that same thing again. We do have the support around here at around, let's call it 13,800, give or take. That is when we start to see the big support on the monthly chart here. You can see it coming across right here. And let's see what happens when we get down here. But again, definitely the momentum is to the downside for the Nasdaq. But again, if you go back and look, you don't see many 4 candles in a row, red candles in a row on the Nasdaq. So I think we're actually close to a short-term bottom here than a top. Yeah, rates are going higher and higher and higher. However, I do think we are very close to the top. And the reason saying that is that we're coming into the 2007 highs here before the global financial crisis started to hit or to kick in. And I do think that's where we're gonna peak out. I do see this as the blow off top kind of phase here again. Also, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles in a row, green candles in a row, obviously. And again, but for now, it's just a lot of momentum to the upside, but that is going to end at some point in time. But for now, mega green candle, very bullish, a lot of momentum to the upside still. Again, we have FOMC tomorrow. That will be, I think, could be a big one for rates as well if they pause or whatever they will do. I have no idea. Neither do they. But that's a different discussion. And yeah, big green monthly candle for the 10-year, and we are roughly at 5%. That's just amazing that the system hasn't gone down the drain yet here again. Already, a bit of a decent candle here actually for our beloved platinum, and this is a hammer pattern here at the lows, and big wick here and a hammer. I would prefer to the body to be a bit tinier and a bit more to the upside in the upper 25% of the candle, but still a decent wick here again. And again, we want to take out this, let's call it 980, 970 on a monthly basis. Then we have had a bullish reversal on this one here. So that is a level to look for in my view. Getting above the previous 2 body highs here from last month and the month before. That will probably be the goal here for next month. And we're only $50 away. That can easily happen. This is our beloved palladium, mega red candle here today, closing roughly the lower 25% of the range of that candle. However, I do think we're coming into some big support here. You can see roughly, I called 1150 to be the big level to hold. We are in that range. We are at 1130 right now. So for now, it's holding on quite well, but we're coming into big support, falling wedge. I do think, even though this is a mega red candle for palladium, I do think we're coming to an end here. But as always, I need the chart to confirm it. But this wedge coming down here, you've seen it many times. I do think we could have a major short squeeze because people are way too bearish on palladium. That's just my bias anyway. I need the charts to confirm it. But let's see. But that is a mega red candle for palladium, closing down what? How many percent closed down roughly? 10%. So it is what it is. Copper again here. I want to do like this. Copper, bit of a nothing burger candle right here again. The lows are still holding at around 3.5, which it needs to do. But yeah, nothing decisive here. Hope this could be a double bottom from this candle over here. But again, this candle is pretty indecisive in my view. We're just closing in the middle of it at 50%. And there's nothing major to look for this candle in my view. Again, we need to hold the 350, and bullish take is above $4 on copper. Nat gas, that is a very big green bullish candle. Again, we're coming to some resistance here at roughly 3.5. But again, we have taken out or tried to carve in a major low here, and this one is definitely confirming that low. As we talked about, if we got above $3, this one here, then we had a surge to the upside, and that is exactly what we're getting. Again, we're going into winter here in Europe now. It's getting very cold outside. Well, not very cold, but it's getting colder outside. And yeah, we're still very much dependent on gas here in Denmark and in Europe, all over, more or less. So nat gas here, very nice green, more or less a full, candle here with no wicks. What's not to like? Alrighty. uranium spot price here, the UX1, we are closing above the Fukushima highs from back to 2011. That speaks volume. However, if you look at the candle last month, was very, very, very green, no wicks at all. And now we have a tiny, tiny wick to the downside, but we're closing above. So still a lot of strong long-term momentum. Again, we are overbought here on the monthly. But again, you can see we were also overbought here back in October 2021, and we just kept more or less the full overbought. We did pull a bit down here, but we're just going higher. And yeah, we have the monthly, fully overbought, and that is also when you should be looking for oversold conditions on the daily, when and if we get one. But for now, it looks very nicely, and if we can stay above the Fukushima highs here at 33, that is just bullish all over, and that should reflect into the minus as well, even though we don't see that at the moment. So yeah, it is what it is. Again, this looks fantastic. GDX, bit of a nothing burger, really. We have big on both sides, but anyways, we had a big wick on the upper side of the body, confirming that we have had a push up, and then we pulled down. Especially this week, I think was very not the best looking. So yeah, nothing much to say from this one really. No clear direction, but however, a green candle is a green candle, and yeah, it is what it is. A bit more indecisive here on the silver. You have this wicks on both sides and this small body here showing indecision here. And yeah, we want to take out the previous red candle here at roughly 20, let's call it 27, to have a monthly reversal pattern here with a red body indecision, and then we go higher again. We also have some trend lines that, is aligning somewhat decently up here again, but I think this one will start to curl upwards if silver can get above $25, $20, $26 level. So nothing major to speak about for now, no clear direction. Hopefully this is some sort of a turning point here, but again, we have the charts to confirm it, and we will look into that one next week. That was all she wrote for this kind of video. Again, if you enjoyed it, let me know. Also, if you have any ideas, any adjustments, how I can do this one better. Should I add trend lines? Should I not? Let me know what you think in the comments below. And if people enjoy it, I will definitely make one next month. And yeah, if you have any tickers, any commodities that I need to add in, it needs to be the major ones, not just a small stock, but major tickers. Then I'll definitely see if it makes sense to add it in, and then we will look at it at that point in time. Guys, have a great one, and please leave comments. Did you like this format or not? I really need your honest opinion on this one. So please do. Have a great one, guys, and we will definitely see you in the next one. Cheers.